What's up, YouTube? Dan the Platinum Man here with the first game on the chopping block for this month, Road 96. This smaller indie title starts off with asking some personal questions, which I answered as best I could with regards to me generally not liking to go traveling, and some of the options kinda being lame or inaccurate. Then we get dropped into this game, which tries to present itself as being very political, but done through a guise of being more funny in its presentation, letting us see at each step of the story the sheer hypocrisy. The fictitious nation of Petria, presented as a democracy but is effectively a dictatorship, with elections looming, the anniversary of a terror attack, all wrapped up in 1996-ish glory. Comparisons and critiques can be made to the present-day United States, Poland, the UK, other parts of Europe, and even North Korea. However, while the messaging and subtext is most definitely there, the game focuses more on the story of each teenage escapee, almost like a legend or a minor cog in the grand story of the game. Each character we play as is only represented by a vague silhouette, with a minor description of our gender and age being shown when we choose from the options presented. The game is very much about each escapee's role in shaping the events through happenstance and coincidence to help guide others in their own journey. Most actions in the game affect our general karma score, which can increase or decrease the probability of certain actions performed. Each journey we take involves a scene where we have an interaction with the prominent characters, and then we proceed to the next scene by taking a taxi, a bus, hitchhiking, stealing a car, or by walking. Each journey culminates in us arriving at the northern border of Petria, where we then need to figure out exactly how we're going to attempt to cross the border illegally to escape. Every time we choose an option to cross, whether we succeed or fail, that option becomes blocked off for every other escapee we play as, meaning we have to try something different each time. The game is also done in a procedural method where it randomizes the possible pools and order of events each time, though most key events will be seen in a full playthrough, with some stragglers. I was initially interested in seeing the scenes that I had missed before, but during my second playthrough, I was tired of seeing the same scenes playing over again, so I kind of quit the second playthrough. I also got the platinum way before I had even finished the story and made it to the ending, which was also kind of weird. The game only has 12 trophies, including the platinum, and even though most of the trophies are missable, the game is so short that any missable can easily be gotten on a second playthrough. There are also some key moments that stuck out to me in my time with this game. There's the first meeting with Zoe, where she insists on staying up talking around a campfire, talking about how we think the country will be soon, busting out a trombone and playing it like the Trombone Hero game. There's the initial political rally where we can play some mini games and see the enormous double standard for those that support the current leader and those who don't. There's the game show quiz, where Stan and Mitch hijack us and decide we're going to be the duo's replacement from their falling out. There's the point where we get abducted by a crazy guy and have to help him dispose of a body. There's the time we get picked up by a trucker and have to use a nail gun to stop a hijacking. There's the time we escaped by hiding in the back of a truck and managed to get past not just one, not two, but three entire security checks. There's the time with Stan and Mitch where, to ditch the cops, we had to chuck the whole robbery load of loot to escape. There's the time where the crazy guy steals our car, but is at least nice enough to drop us by the border. There's the time we get picked up by the celebrity newscaster in her limo and we get high? Start tripping? Not entirely sure what happened in that limo, but hey, there's the last collectible I needed. Once at the border, the first time I crossed, it was over the peak in a vertigo-inducing, nail-biting danger sequence. Then there was the time where I had to help Zoe cross the border, and when we do, shit goes sideways, and it became clear only one of us was making it out. So, naturally, I sacrificed myself to get her out, but ended up dead as a result. There's the time where we meet up with the drunk trucker and have to race him, play some soccer, and reminisce about love's lost. There was the time the coyote bailed on us because she tried to double charge us for the service, so we enlist the help of someone else who was screwed over and end up sacrificing them so that we can escape. Everything eventually culminates in the ending, where after every escape route at the border gets cut off, we get captured and shipped off to the gulag, or as the game calls it, the pits, the place where almost all teens are sent to prevent them from voting. We witness some of the horrors, and proceed to the end where we try to fix everything. Apparently, the game has 3 endings, and I got the best and happiest one, where most people survive, the opposing party gets elected, and things are supposed to be going for the better in general. This game is surprisingly fun, and the story, while political, isn't so insistent on telling you what to think. It simply presents the story in a way that you can interpret and figure out, with a combination of facts drip-fed to you throughout the game, stories and recollections, evidence that you can find if you know where to look. The game is charming, fun, short, and sweet, with a memorable soundtrack and many standout moments. I definitely recommend playing this game for the experience. The combination of environmental and character-driven stories, the way most things intertwine together, all coupled into an above-average walking simulator. The Platinum is nearly our participation trophy, with a little RNG added into it, but is otherwise one of the easiest games to Platinum, at about a quarter on the scale out of 10. On the patented Dan the Ranking Man scale, the game gets a 93 out of 100. It could have been a bit better for some scenarios, and I would have liked the game to be more upfront about energy and money costs, and at the end of the day, the game is basically just a walking simulator. But it's still a lot of fun. So, until next time, like and subscribe, check out the next video about the Plucky Squire, and remember, I've been kept inside so long, I've lost sight of right and wrong. when you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore. So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend, and tossing high and shaking hands. I hope this moment never ends. It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up, no strings attached, no looking back, no ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home. That's what it feels like to be free, chasing butterflies and floating on the breeze. I got no doors, need no keys, another world to be seen. It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up, no strings attached, no looking back, from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home. Feels so good, tastes so good. I know the road is my home. Feels so good, it feels so good. I know the road is my home.